Chris, just how do you think you guys handled, no Embiid and kind of the game kind of went up and down and some ebbs and flows? How'd you see them just kind of work through it?
Yeah, I thought it was a real good professional effort. I thought the beginning of the second, we had some good looks, just didn't make them. Then they went to a bunch of switching. It slowed us down a little. So we got a little lethargic with our offense. Fortunately, Ant hit enough big, tough shots to kind of keep them at bay. So they could never really get a run together. But it was kind of just, we were able to always refocus and have one more push in us, which was good. So pretty pleased with everything overall,
And it seemed like start of the fourth, Carl was good about just kind of getting some buckets and making sure that lead didn't shrink down to single digits again.
Yeah, we did a better job of staggering Ant and Cat in the second half than we did in the first half. We try to do as much as possible. Sometimes we get caught, not being able to, but that was certainly a goal going into the second half. So.
It seemed like Nas just had more offensive activity tonight, or kind of been a spot-up shooter at times. Is that something you guys talked to him about? Is it something that he kind of found within the flow?
Yeah, no, we need him to be more active, be a catalyst for more ball movement, get us into next actions, and just not just be a spot-up guy, which he's shot the ball well, but, over the last few games it hasn't gone in at the same rate, but he can do way more than that, get out in transition, kind of be active on the glass, like all those things. So, we don't want any of our guys to be one-dimensional, so he's been focusing over the last, I would say, 3 to 4 games of doing more of it, So
we talked about it a little bit after the last game, too. But, Nikhil, how do you just feel about kind of the floor games that he's putting together right now?
The floor game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, love how he's playing. He's playing point guard, but he's, getting us into our stuff early. Then he's getting off of it, and he's just staying ready to knock down shots and make the next play. Really, really growing into that role. It really is.
Chris, it seemed like you guys tonight made a pretty concerted effort to send Maxey to his left hand. He finished 7 of 19 with just 16 points in 33 minutes. How happy were you with your effort on him?
Yeah, I mean, really good. I think such an explosive player. Obviously, you want to try to get him going a certain direction, but more than that, you got to be ready for his attack on the catch, and we were able to take that away. Thought we did a really good job, and he's a handful for sure, no doubt. So.
And just with your perimeter defense in general this year, kind of the screen navigation for guys like McDaniels, who obviously didn't play tonight, but also Na and Ant, how are you impressed with their effort and their attention to detail and those things?
I mean, we stress there's lots of ways to compete. You compete in little pieces. You got to compete around screens. You can't get hit. You got to keep fighting. Be ready for it. And we have a lot of length and size behind you, but it's still we put a lot of onus on point of attack defense. So,
similar vein. What repeatable habits are most satisfying to you in the way you guys have been grinding teams down lately?
I think it's point of attack defense. I think it's ball contesting shots. I think it's ball contain. That kind of stuff. When we add rebounding to it, is when we're able to put runs together, defensively. But it's really kind of, I think, just the point of attack defense has been really strong.
Did you mention anything to Ant about shot selection at halftime? He came out and obviously was shooting threes instead of those mid-ranges.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier today about, more catch and shoots in general. As a way to counter some of the things that defenses have been doing against him. He's so good at it, and I think sometimes he forgets how good he is. And we wanted him, today just focus on obviously taking what the game gave you, but make sure you were ready to catch and shoot.
And I mentioned it was just a professional effort tonight. Kind of, what have you noticed maybe in the teams, whether it's preparation before a game or how they respond within a game, that's maybe enabled them to have nights like this and some other performances you've had that where you kind of just took care of business?
Yeah, I think it's very much a serious tone. There's a conversation about what needs to be done, what they hadn't done. Getting focused, getting refocused is really a lot of messaging amongst each other, and then just kind of getting the job done, winning the next 3 minutes, quarter, or second half, whatever it is. Kind of refocusing on this task at hand. That's really what I've noticed is that they've really been dialing each other in.
Shake had his most productive game for you guys tonight.
Yeah.
What did you see out of him? That
Yeah, we loved his aggressiveness early in the offense. Getting to space and getting to his spot. A little runner, looks automatic. But I still really love the way he moves the ball and finds people for us too.
Seems like on everybody's schedule there are like schedule losses. People put it into terms on it. I guess just with that in mind, a lot of teams will sit certain guys and whatnot. Why was it important for you to play everybody in Phoenix?
Well, our guys wanted to go down there and win. Well, we first of all, we've always set out to be we're gonna play. That's our mindset. We want our guys want to play. We want to play. We're not a rest team. I think that's at 30,000 feet. Then at troop level, our guys wanted to play that game. They knew it was a big game. Beal was supposed to be back too. But yeah, so it's just the competitiveness in us. I think that's what you should do. You should go out and you should play. Not for me to say what other teams do, but there was no reason to rest anybody there. So
is that a decision where you talk to the guys about it too? I mean, like you said, they all wanted to play, or is that just kind of this is the organization's stance?
I mean, we didn't talk to the guys, but I knew that they wanted to play coming out of the game in Golden State. So yeah. I think that the last thing I'd say to that point, there's going to be points in the season where you got to go play these types of games, and if you're always resting guys, then you don't have the resiliency to go battle through that. So I think it's important. So, thank you.